I'm Dr Ruth Sullivan and I'm the head of Sherborne Girls, which is an incredible school. I've been really privileged to be the head here now. This is my 5th year. I started in September 2018. The school is going from strength to strength and I really love working here. Every day it's a privilege coming to work. Sherborne Girls is in Dorset, which is in the southwest of England, and it's a stunning, stunning county. And at Sherborne Girls, we've got about 490 girls here. Most of them are aged 13 to 18, although we've got about 40 to 50 who are younger, aged 11 to 13. So at Sherborne Girls, we've got the most incredible range of young women, and no two girls are ever the same. And what we have here is a motto: be yourself, everyone else is taken. So if you came and visited Sherborne Girls, I think any pupil you met would hopefully be happy, confident, and have really good soft skills, be able to look you in the eye, talk to you. We really build inner confidence amongst our girls. We say confidence without arrogance. What we also want is the girls to feel empowered to bring about change. So when we look at interviewing young people to join our school, we just want to be able to see that those young people, there's something about them that we will be able to help grow, nurture them, and that they're interested in life around them. So I'd say there's no one type of girl at Sherborne Girls, with the exception of everybody here is really kind, caring, look after one another. It's an amazing environment. Everybody's really, really happy. And because we're full boarding, 90% of our girls are here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It means they really learn to look after one another. So in some school settings, it might be at 3:30 in the afternoon, the girls go home, the boys go home, and they don't need to think about what they've done in school. They're not accountable because they don't come back till the next morning. Here, the girls live together, they see each other all of the time, throughout the day, throughout the night. Therefore, they learn to really work together as a community. Because we're 90% boarding, it also means the weekends are really, really busy. Here we've got 490 girls. On a Saturday night we'd have 440, maybe 450, maybe even more because some of the day girls come back. We have social activities for every year group. Many of those are with our brother school, Sherborne School, which is just about a 5-minute walk away. So we have, at Sherborne Girls, leadership is a huge thing. We really want to empower the girls. We want them to be strong leaders for the future. And when we talk about leadership, we don't just mean sort of potentially being the Prime Minister. We mean any form of leadership. And in most of our roles, whatever we're doing, we have to take on a form of leadership at different stages. So what we help the girls with is developing really inner confidence. And that might be out on the sporting pitches, it might be in lessons, it might be in the boarding house, learning to take responsibility and leading other people. So they might help come up with an idea, and I say to the girls, okay, I want you to put a business plan together for this. So I did this last year with some of our upper sixth. The girls came forward with a proposal. I said, that's a brilliant idea. Now you put a business plan together. You tell me how much it'll cost, where you think the money's going to come from, who's going to be involved, how many staff are going to be involved, and how often this is going to happen. I said, because otherwise you've just come up with an idea and you expect me to do it. So off they went. They put forward a business plan. 6 months later, we'd rolled that initiative out. From very, very young girls, perhaps our year 7 and 8, they might have leadership, they might have responsibility to look after the chickens in their garden. They might have to take leadership by looking after a dorm, or perhaps clearing, supper, making sure everybody's handed their mobile phone in. That's a leadership position. They might be a head of house. They might be a supporter and listener to look after the well-being of other pupils. That's leading. We've got peer mentors here. I get the girls to stand up and help me with assembly. That's showing leadership. I might get the girls to help me and talk about an experience they've recently had. Perhaps they've applied for something and they've done really well, or perhaps they haven't done very well, but they can still talk about that experience. So it's building all of those things, giving them skills to take responsibility, learning to fail, taking accountability, because a lot of the time as a leader you might make mistakes, but also saying to people, okay, I've made a mistake, it's not the end of the world, we're going to correct it, but being held responsible and accountable for that. So the girls are heavily, heavily involved. We have something called pupil voice here, where we have some of our prefects go around the boarding houses, talk to the girls in the house as a whole house group, excuse me, and say, do you have any questions that you want to put to Dr Sullivan or any of her deputies? Okay, we started this during the lockdown. It has been so successful. So prefects will go around, they'll collate all of these questions, they'll write them all down, then they present them to me and my deputies. We have to answer those questions and explain why a decision has been made. The pupils, the prefects who've come to us, it might be an hour's meeting, they then report back to the whole school in an assembly, and they say they've got the questions up on the board behind them and in the Grandiston Hall, and they say, you asked me this question, I've taken it to Dr Sullivan or to one of the deputies. This is actually why we're doing the things we're doing, so that the whole school understands the rationale behind decisions made. So if they're not happy about a rule or a regulation, they have the right to question it, so long as the tone and the manner is appropriate. So we teach them all about that as well. And so the girls can see actually they are part of everything here, and they see girls taking those positions of leadership throughout the school.